Jerry, I will come to you. Go ahead.
Hi, Lance. I wonder what you would say to someone who might think this is a must-win game on Saturday at Louisville.
I mean, obviously, every game that we go out there, we want to win, but we just want to continue getting better and just stay on the same path and just continue to work and just get better every day in practice and hopefully stuff that we've been practicing translate onto the games.
And I wonder, Coach Cal on his radio show was talking about the game was moved to ESPN because they think the audience wants to see it Kentucky executed.
Mm-hmm.
And this could be a rallying cry that let's show ESPN there's not going to be an execution. He's smiling. What do you make of that? How motivating is something like that?
I mean, just personally, as I know this team, I know that we're all very competitive and that we all want to win so much. So I think that we're just going to go out there and give it our all and just leave everything on the court and continue to get better. That's all we can really do is just continue to get better.
John Hale, you got next, and then Kyle Tucker will be after him.
Lance, we heard so much about your rebounding abilities as a recruit. It seemed like that really translated against North Carolina. What was working for you before you fouled out in that game?
Honestly, just playing harder than the guys that were guarding me and then I was guarding. Just wanting the ball more, and I just know that that's the type of things that I need to do, in order to help this team win when I'm in the game. So whether that be 5 minutes or 15 minutes, I'm going to go out there and just play my hardest and try to get some offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and just do what I have to do.
And then now that the Louisville game's here, I'm curious, have you talked to Purvis this week? What's he said about the rivalry game now that it's actually your first one coming?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him yet. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to talk to him tonight. So I'll see about it tonight.
Kyle, go ahead, and then Chris Leach after him.
You kind of already talked about this, Lance, but Cal's been talking about the things that you guys can control. Forget about skill. He said, do the little things, the effort things. Do you feel like that is sort of how you can energize this team and maybe set an example even as a new guy by being what you were in the Carolina game?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna always bring energy. Early morning practice, late night practice, early game, late game. I'm always gonna kind of be the same and try to help my team get going. Sometimes that'd be me talking to them, getting them hyped up, or them just watching me go out there and do what I have to do and just feed off of me. So that's kind of what I like to do, and I take pride in that.
Chris Leach, you got next.
Hey, Lance, Cal was talking about how, with all the restrictions this preseason, you all weren't able to bond as much as teams normally would. Since you were given a fresh set of teammates coming out of high school, wondering how tough that has been for you to where you haven't gotten to know your teammates like you normally would.
You kind of cut out. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, well, Cal was talking about how because of the restrictions this preseason, you guys weren't able to bond as much as teams normally would. I was just wondering, how tough do you think that has been on all of y'all, and especially you since you're a freshman and were given new teammates coming out of high school?
I mean, in the beginning, we really didn't hang out with each other at all. But now that the season's, underway and we've been testing and we stayed in this little mini bubble we have at the lodge, we've been able to, hang out a little bit more and a little bit more often. So honestly, we're still trying, we're still creating team chemistry, and that's just something that's going to keep on coming and, only get better. So we're trying to spend as much time as possible together.
Larry Hawk, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you've talked to Cameron any since he's been gone and kind of his departure. Was that an eye-opening type thing for you or just your reaction to it?
I mean, as a team, we all love Cam, and we have talked to him. Cam brings great energy, and he's a great kid. I love Cam. But with the whole thing, that's like him and Coach, and Coach been doing this for a long time, and I don't question anybody's judgment.
Thank you.
Guys, got about another minute or two with Lance here, if you got anything. Brian Kennedy, go ahead.
Going into a game like this Louisville game, I mean, for the fans, it's huge. You know, it's the rivalry game. It's right down the road. As a freshman, this is your first time playing in the game. So, do you kind of feel the game yet, or are you just kind of going into this like any other game?
I mean, I know that we're playing Louisville. I know that it's a rivalry, but like I said earlier, like this is us against ourselves. We have to continue to get better and just work on our game and just fix some of the mistakes that we've been making in past games and just try to clean up on everything. But obviously we all know that we're playing Louisville and it's going to be a great game.
Jerry, one for you, and then Adam, win with you.
Yeah, Lance, Coach Cal said when he was with us earlier that he's appointed three older guys on the team to sort of be leaders, to sort of deal with internal problems that a player might have. Who are those three, and what sort of things could come up that they would want to handle?
I mean, we know who those three are in the locker room, and that's where it's kind of going to stay. But they're gonna handle all this stuff, like the little attitudes that most people have, especially when you come to Kentucky and you get around other great players. You kind of have to learn what you can and can't do, and not everything is acceptable that you could do in high school. Because I know sometimes in high school I've done a few things that I would never do here. So it's just like stuff like that, just trying to keep everybody in check and in line, just so we don't have any little problems that we could just easily avoid.
Adam Zagoria, end us off.
Yeah, hey Lance, you mentioned high school. I'm just wondering how much do you still talk to like Rick Brunson or any of the people at Camden? Are they giving you any advice or suggestions? And just how much do you kind of feel like you're representing Camden and New Jersey when you're playing for Kentucky?
I probably talk to Rick about 2 times a week maybe, but I always keep in contact with DeJuan Wagner, just daily, like weekly check-ins, and just just give me advice, because obviously he played for Cal and back in Memphis, so he asks me if Cal still does the same things, and we'll just laugh and joke, and he'll give me advice. But I talk to Rick probably after every game.
All right, guys, I gotta get Lance down to practice.